Mercedes-Benz F200 Imagination Concept 1996. Making its North American debut at the 1997 Chicago show was the Mercedes-Benz F200 Coupe concept. The F200 used a drive-by-wire technology that eliminated the steering wheels and pedals. Instead, the vehicle was controlled via ergonomically designed, aircraft-style joysticks in the central console and door recess. The most notable exterior feature was the scissors-type doors, which swung upward and would be especially useful for getting out of the vehicle in tight parking spaces. The most striking exhibit at the Mercedes stand was the F200 Coupe, not a production car, but an imagination study, a game of the imagination of its creators. Nevertheless, the car looked completely real, and it was impossible to get through to it. The F200, which may well be called a prototype, a complete, mobility car, continues the tradition of Mercedes' experimental creations, the F100 and the sporty C112, 1991, followed by the Vario research car, 1995. The F200 is the company's attempt to envision what a 21st century car would look and function like. Its creation took place in fierce competition with the ideas of several Mercedes design studios, and the prototype was built by the Italian company Stola. In the exterior of the F200, much is unusual: sideways sliding and turning up doors, an almost completely glass roof with variable transparency, a trunk lid that rises parallel to the road. At the same time, the appearance of the car cannot be called overly futuristic, as is the case with many concepts. Mercedes designers have even managed to preserve a certain continuity of style, a completely recognizable front end with headlights somewhat reminiscent of the 4ID class, a roof similar to a pagoda of sports SL models of the 70s, a trunk lid reminiscent of the 300 SL model of the 50s. It seems that if you roll the F200 onto the road, it will certainly attract attention, but only as a new model of today. And I really want to ride such a car, see how others will fold their necks. But when you look into the salon, the desire to get behind the wheel disappears instantly. And the point is not even that there is no steering wheel or pedals in the car, you just realize that this car of the future is not for us. We managed to do without the usual controls, using the drive-by-wire principles that came from aviation. The functions of the steering wheel and pedals are performed by a joystick with buttons: move forward, drive, pull towards yourself, slow down, move to the side, turn. There are two joysticks, in the left door and in the middle between the seats. You can drive the car both from the driver's seat and from the passenger. Of course, the navigation system, instead of a rear view mirror, a TV camera monitor, other electronic and electrical gizmos. Under the rear bumper there is a controlled spoiler that changes downforce depending on the speed and helps braking. Fully controlled suspension, naturally, and more. The creators claim that the joystick is much easier to control the car and it happens more accurately and more naturally. Maybe so, but let the inhabitants of the 21st century get into a car without a steering wheel.